Hi, welcome or welcome back. My name is Anna, and I post reading book videos on Fridays, writing videos on Wednesdays. And with that being said, let's just get straight into my first book haul. Now, I have at least, I think, 19 books, some of which I've read, some are, I have them in three parts, this, and that for one over there, which you can't see, but we will get to those. Those are like the harder cover books, I guess, because I'm starting off with paperback, then hardcover, kind of from small to large. I'm one of those people. So, in no particular order, I'm not doing genre or anything because I'm trying to read a wide diversity of books. Um, I normally I start off reading like mystery, like which are nice to do, and then I moved on to romance literature, mostly Harley Quinn. Then I did Thriller James Patterson, and now I'm trying to move up into fantasy, which I kind of like fantasy more now. So I'm still trying to do like a big mixture of books, and I love a good book deal. So if I'm on Amazon and I see a book that I normally see for $20, selling for $15, I will definitely buy it. So don't judge me too harshly. And let me know if you've read any of these books, or if you have any of these books. I tend to stay away from popular books because with those, I go in with too much expectation and oftentimes I am disappointed. So I like to read books that are not so popular, as you can see from and sometimes I get deals on books that I would never have bought otherwise. So I start off with this pile right here. We have four books. This is The Wife Upstairs by Rachel Hawkins, which is it says a girl looking for love, a man who seeks seems perfect, a wife who just won't stay buried. Now, that's as much as I will say. I like not really knowing what a book is like or what like I stopped reading synopsis of book because when I do that I go into too much expectations and I'm often disappointed. And we're just moving right along. This is A Hate Game by Sally Thorne, which is now a major movie picture. I know I saw this somewhere online, so when I saw this, I was like, it was a really good deal. It says, will make you wish for the romantic comedies of days gone by, or just more books like this. That was a book review. It says Lucy Hutton and Joshua Templeman hate each other, not dislike, not begrudgingly tolerate, hate, and they have no problem displaying their feelings through a series of ritualistic passive-aggressive maneuvers as they sit across from each other, executive assistant to co-CEOs of a publishing company. Ah. And then it has on the back it says Nemesis, and then it kind of like gives you it says Nemesis noun, an opponent or rival whom a person cannot best or overcome. That's one. Two, a person undoing. Three, Joshua Templeman, which I think is so funny. If I'm not mistaken, I've seen her in multiple movies. I would have wished I got the original book cover, but when you're getting a good deal, you can't really choose. Then we have The Wolf of Cape Fen by Julian Brandt. Now, I love any book which has werewolf vampires, which is what the book I'm currently writing is about. So when I saw this, another good deal, I was like, and plus the cover is really beautiful. I was like, I have to have that. It says, beware of the coming frost. First frost has touched Cape Fen, and that means Baron Dyer has returned. For as long as anyone can remember, he has haunted the town come winter, striking magically bargaining, demanding unjust payment in return. The Sterling sisters know better than to bargain, lest they find themselves hunted by the Baron's companion, the wolf. And then the wolf attacked Eliza's sister, Winnie. They manage to escape, but they know the wolf will be back because the wolf only attacked those who owe Baron Dyer. Winnie would never bargain, so that must mean someone else has struck a deal with Winnie as the price. Then it says Eliza embarked on a journey to save her sister, but as she entangles the link between Baron Dyer the wolf and her family, she discovers a complicated web of bargain that crosses all of Cape Fen. If Eliza can learn the truth, she might be able to protect her sister, but the truth behind the bargain could put her own life in danger. And then they have like I love a book that has like a really that have map and then have like this little picture of what Cape Fen is like, which I think it's black and white, but who really cares? Then in this the last sentence of the stock we have Dance of Thief by Mary E. Pearson. Now I have to admit, as you can see, there is a bookmark in this. I have tried reading this multiple times. I have not finished, obviously. It says a stunning new adventure set in the kingdom of Remnant. A formidable outlaw family that claims to be the first among nations, a son destined to lead, thrust suddenly into power. Three fierce young women of Rattan, the Queen's premier guard, a legendary street thief leading a mission, determined to prove herself, a dark secret that is a threat to the entire continent. When outlaw leader meets reformed thief, a cat and mouse game of false move ensue, bringing them intimately together in a battle that may cost them their lives and their hearts. Now, I've had so much going on this year. I went through a massive big book slump. I have a crochet business, and I had a few crochet events that I went to. So I just had a lot going on. Plus, I get really bad migraines that make me I get really bad migraines that when I have these migraines, I really can't see. So I have kind of been staying away from reading for like not really a lot, but I went through a really big sum from I think May to September. So I haven't really, it's more like April to September. So I haven't really read any books really. I did a 1 year humanitarian course, and as a present, which is that certificate thing that you have that I have dangling right there. And this is The Heart of American Part Poetry by Edward Hirsch. And this is just that. It is a book that I got. It's a book called I Don't Just Read Fiction Books. And it says 100 Poems to Break Your Heart. It's just, it says we live in unsettled times. What is America and who are we as a people? Well, given everything that's going on, how do we understand the dreams and betrayal that have shaped the American experience? For poet and critic Edward Hirsch, poems open up a new way of answering these questions, of reconnecting with one another and with what's best in us. And so, oh, in they have the poems by like the year. I feel so bad. I've had this book, but I've never really looked inside. Oh, I feel like such a hypocrite. And this is The Queen's Secret, which is a sequel to The Queen's Assassin. I don't own The Queen Assassin, but you're gonna notice a recurring theme in this. Really good deal. I bought it. It says, "I'm longing for the castle to settle, and for the best for the business of the day to be over, because this is when Cal will come to me through the door in the hall cellar, all the way up the narrow staircase to the tiny antechamber we call the Queen's Secret. I'm waiting for his knock on the door, waiting, waiting, waiting." This is by Melissa de la Cruz. I I know sometimes people buy a book because this YouTuber was reading this book. Half of the time that I buy books is because they say don't judge the book by the cover. But I won't tell you that because I will buy books for the cover or the words. I've been reading this book for weeks. I really love it, just that I've been really busy. It's called The Woman of Chateau Lafayette. I love the word chateau and I love the word Lafayette, and I saw the book and I picked it up for just that reason. Put chateau on any book and I'll read it. Put the word Lafayette on any book and I'll read it. Just don't judge me. Now, this is The Notebook by Nicola Sparks. I got this for $1 back in July. My library was having they were selling a bunch of books. And look, it doesn't have the library thing on it, They were selling a bunch of books, and I just like the pages look a little wonky, but the Notebook is me and my mom's favorite movie. I don't know if you've ever watched it, but it follows this couple who, they were from different social background. The girl came from a rich family. The guy didn't. Her parents didn't want her to marry him. They end up getting married. Oh my God, I'm spoiling it for you. It says, "I'm nothing special. Of of this I'm sure. I'm a common man with common thoughts, and I've led a common life. There are no monuments dedicated to me, and my name will soon be forgotten. But I've loved another with all my heart and soul, and to this has always been enough. To begin one of the most poignant and compelling of stories you'll ever read, The Notebook." I haven't watched it in a while. I don't want to cry because I don't want to be one of those people who cry on the internet. So I'll try to compose myself. This is Me Before You. This is also a movie which I have watched multiple times. My library had this book. I bought it for $1. Look at that. See? Really, 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 really good condition. And this just follows Louisa Clark, who's an ordinary girl, and Will. She got a job to take care of Will, and it says Louisa Clark is an ordinary girl living an extremely ordinary life. Steady boyfriend, close family, has barely been further afield than her tiny town. She takes a badly needed job working for ex-master of the universe, Will Trainer, who's wheelchair bound after an accident. Will has always lived a huge life, big deals, extreme sport, world travel, and is not interested in exploring a new one. It says he's moody, but Lou, which everyone calls her, refused to treat him with kid gloves, and soon his happiness meant more to her than she expected. When she learned that Will has a shocking plans of his own, Lou sets out to show him that life is worth living. Me Before You brings to life two people who could not have been less in common, a heartbreaking romantic novel that asks, what do you do when making the person you love happy also means breaking your heart? And if I've never pitched a book to you, I think that everyone, at least once in their life, should read this by Moyes. It's Me Before You by Jojo Moyes, and also The Notebook. I know I can't tell you not to read The Notebook because I haven't read it, but definitely read Me Before You. This is Check and Mate. I think this was a 4.5 star. I could be lying. I've already read this. It follows. I'm a chess player. There's this guy I play chess with. He's won a few times. I've only won once, but it's nice playing chess. I really enjoy playing it. It follows Mallory Greenleaf. She hasn't played chess in a while, and then there's Nolan. He is classified as the chess king or chess. They call him the kingpin. Now, when they tell you that book have influences, they do, because since reading this book, I've been trying to join multiple. And I lied. I'm about to lie on the internet. I've been trying to find ways how to join a chess club so I can build up my chess points. I don't remember what it's called. I live in a small town. I don't have a driver's license. I can drive. I don't have a driver's license. I have a learner's permit though. So how would one go about finding a chess club? If any of you are in chess clubs or know anyone who's in chess club, could you please help a fellow booktuber or book reader out? This is by Ali Hazelwood. I think this is my first and only book I've ever read by her. I've seen other books, I've just never read any, and this was on a really good deal. I was about to say that. Archer's Voice, really good deal on Amazon. I know they said we shouldn't be buying books on Amazon, but the nearest bookstore to me is at least 2 hours. So It follows, and hmm, I hate when they put this stuff on book. One of the top 100 romance novel of all times on Goodreads. I know this is what do you call that? This is a redone cover. A Love Story, Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan. I've read a few books by her. I don't know. Hmm, I could have gone without knowing that they put that on the back of the cover. It says, I wanted to lose myself in a small town of Pelion, Maine, to forget everything I had left behind, the sound of rain, the blood, the coldness of a gun against my skin. For 6 months, each breath has been a reminder that I survived and my dad didn't. I'm almost safe again, but the moment I meet Archer Hale, my entire world tilts on its axis and never right itself again. Until I trespass into a strange, silent, and isolated world, Archer communicates with no one. Yet in his whiskey-colored eyes, something intangible happens between us. There's so much more to him than just his beauty, his presence, or the way his hands communicate with me, on me. But this town is mired in secrets and betrayal, and Archer is the explosive center of it all. So much passion and so much hurt. But it's in Archer's silence that we might just find what we need most to heal and to live. Now I'm conflicted as to whether or not I want to read that. I I don't even know why I bought this. It's called The Billionaire Backup Wife. I just thought the name was funny. It reminded me of all those little Harley Quinn books I used to read. And it's book one of the Billionaire series. And it might look small, but it feels really compact. And this is by Kaylee Monroe. I haven't seen a book with white pages in a really, really, really long time. It's quite off-putting, to be honest. I really haven't seen a book. I didn't know they were still printing books on white pages, and I feel so odd. It has 256 pages, but it's compact. And the print is big. It says the most eligible billionaire bachelor is looking for a wife. Lovely. When my father locked down my trust fund until I find a wife, my brother thought it'd be funny to add my profile to a new matchmaking app that caused me nothing but heartaches and frustration. Romance gave me hives, and I had every reason not to believe in love. But as a billionaire and the city's most eligible bachelor that everyone wanted, I would become the face of forever love. Lovely. And there you have it, guys. So we've gone through two piles of book. We're gonna go through the last pile now, which has my favorite book of 2024 in it. I feel like such a kid. So we are rejuvenated, hydrated, and we're moving on to the last stack of book, which is a total of 8. So we have The Deal, The Talented Miss Farewell by Emily Gray Tedrow. And she, my dear, is living a double life. It says, in late 1990s New York City, Miss Rebecca Farewell has made a killing selling a portion of her extraordinary art collection for a rumored 900% profit. Dressed in couture, drinking champagne at trendy Balthazar, Reba, as she's known, is the picture of a wealthy art collector. But 1,000 miles away in a small town of Pierce, Illinois, Miss Farewell is someone else entirely, a quiet single woman known as Becky who still lives in her family farmhouse, wears sensible shoes and works tirelessly as the town's treasurer and comptroller. No one understands the ins and outs of Pearson's account better than Becky. Somehow her neighbors marvel she always finds a way to get the struggling town just a little bit more money. What Pearson doesn't know and can never discover is that, Miss Farewell is strategically borrowing funds from Pearson to finance her art habit. Though she quietly pays Pearson when she can, the business of art is cutthroat and unpredictable. As Reba Farewell deals get bigger and bigger, Becky Farewell debt to Pearson spiral out of control. How long can the talented Miss Farewell continue to pull off her double life? Dying to read this, but book I'm gonna blame my book slump I didn't get to. But I really love the premise of it. I bought this. I almost spoke on my eye. Let me just go back into my bookshelf so I can spare my eyes. I bought this for the cover, only for the cover. It says, "When It All Lands" by Jenny Wexler, a novel. It says, as I lay close to him, his chest moved with his breath, and to my surprise, I longed to kiss him. Being a chain is easy, so it's about chain and Drew. It's a sliding door-esque novel that reveals how our choices define us and how, no matter the road, love finds a way. Isn't that wonderful? So, I would love to say that I would love to lie, but I try not to lie. They said it's wrong. This is Magic the Gathering, War of the Spark Forsaken. Really good deal. I only bought it for the cover. Have no idea what it's about. It says it's a magical world. There's a hunt for some girl named Liliana, and the world is on the aftermath of war. This says Seven Day of Us by Francesca Hornack, and I bought this because a family got stuck together for 7 days and family drama. I mean, who wouldn't want to read a book? And it's Christmas. Who wouldn't want to read a book about? For the next 7 days, the Birches are locked down, cut off from the rest of humanity, and even decent Wi-Fi, and forced into each other's orbits. It says one of them normally doesn't come home. She came home, and now over the next 7 days, all the stuff that they hope would stay buried has dug up. This is The Blade Between, a novel. Sam J. Miller, author of Blackfish City. I mean, I bought this at the time when I was just buying books. Don't judge me. It says, a frightening and uncanny ghost story about a rapidly changing city in upstate New York and a mysterious force that threatens it. I mean, I've read so much book this year about New York. Why not read another one? And this, guys, at some point throughout the rest of the year, you're going to see it right here because this is where it belongs. I bought this little stand for my laptop. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So I have made it my display for Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. This, my love, is my baby. It is my best book of 2024. And then it's Fort Wayne. But this follows, there's a whirl. It follows Roman Kit, and that's how I know I love a book, when I can remember the name. And Iris Winnow. See, when I read a book, baby, and I can remember the name and I'm bad with names, that's how. So it follows Roman kids and Iris Winnow. They, and baby, I remember it. They work at a place called the Oak Gazette. Why does one remember something like that? Who the hell knows? But they're newspaper rivals. They've been rivaling for the same position. There's a war going on between two gods. Baby and I remember. The sky god Enva, and the earth god Daker. Why do I remember all this stuff? And so we see them fall in love through war and all that lovely stuff. It's book one of the Letters of Enchantment, and they both have a typewriter and they've been sending each other letter. The only difference is Roman knows it's Iris. Iris doesn't know it's Roman. Okay. This is the paper, and when you take off the paper, it shows you this beautiful cover that says Dear Iris. Isn't that lovely? I've read this book. Oh no. Oh no. My paper cover wanted to come apart, guys. You could not let that happen. And I always thought there was a map. I always thought there was a map when I'm reading. I always thought there was a map. It doesn't have a map, but that's the one thing I always thought there was, but there wasn't. There there wasn't. There isn't. It's fine, guys. I'm fine. I've already read this. This is Stolen Things by R.H. Harron. I bought this for the cover. It was given thriller-esque. It was given someone's missing. It was given someone's lost. Whose shoes are those? And it follows this dispatcher, 911 dispatcher. She got a call, and the person on the other end was her daughter, and her daughter didn't know what happened to her, where she was, and so we see her mom and her trying to solve the mystery of what happened to the daughter. Good deal, and I bought this because I recognized this uh, author, author. Um, my speech seems to be getting really bad the older I get. Don't judge me. I have no idea what this is about. I just saw it and I was like, I know. I know that name. I know that name. I know that name. I was like, I know that name. And then it says, best-selling author of Divergent, which is, you can't see it. It's on one of my bookshop. I don't own the book. It's my library book, which I need to return. Also, don't judge me. And there you have it, lovely. There you have it, guys. All the book I bought this year. Some I read, some I haven't read, some I plan to read, some I may never read. Some I might just give away because, truth be told, I'm a minimalist. I don't believe in having or owning things that I will never use. So if at any point I read any of these books and I don't like them, I'm just gonna go to my local library and donate them. I mean, I could try to resell them, but who knows? I might just give them to my local library. That would be a very charitable thing to do. Because what if the person that buys the book from me also doesn't read it, and then they resell the book? I'm an overthinker. I tend to overthink things. Now we're at the end of what appears to be a really long book haul. It was my intention. Give me a camera, give me a microphone, and I'll speak for the rest of my life. Even though I'm a little bit shy. I'm a social introvert. I do like stuff. So we're at the end of the video. Let me know if you've read any of these books. Let me know how you buy books. Do you look at the cover? Do you buy books from authors that you know? Do you buy books that are recommended to you? How do you buy your books? Because I'll be damned if I let anyone shame me for buying a book based on the cover. I will always buy books based on the covers and the words on said covers. Now I could like a book, but sometimes I hate buying books where the author name is at the top and then in tiny little words, there goes the title of the book. I will not buy a book like that for the most parts. But I don't want to make this video any longer than it needs to be. I have things to crochet, books to read, and I'm also writing a novel, so I have some little plotting to do. I have bracelets to make for my event. I've got things to do, but I love talking to you guys, and I can't wait for another Friday to just sit and just talk to you guys. Hopefully you like listening to me. My speech is getting really bad, but other than that, if that doesn't bother you, then don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and we can have a whole little community where we talk about unpopular or talk about all the bookish things we love and dislove. Remember, try not to fight in the comment section. I don't like confrontation, and so I tend to stay away from those. And I'm giving you way too much information in this vlog, and I'm doing too much at this point. But I've said enough. I've gone off on my little rant, which is coming back again. So I'll just say, thank you so much for stopping by, for watching. I know time is precious and all get 24 hours of the day, so I'm glad that you took your 24 hours, or part of your 24 hours, or a portion of your 24 hours, or if it's even 5 minutes of your 24 hours to spend with me. And I wish you have a wonderful year, month, week, day, hour, minute, second, and I hope I'll see you on another Friday video. Yeah.